what you think you're going to be able to do? Like you said?
I don't have too much of a timeline right now. We're kind of taking it one day at a time. I'm working with the strength and training staff every day, day in and day out, to kind of come back as fast as possible. But the timeline for that is still a little bit of ways away.
What was your role last year? I mean, how did you manage recovery and your role in the room?
Yeah, I feel like my role was just to learn, and there were a lot of vets in the room that had a lot of experience, and even so this year there are guys with a lot of experience, and it was my job to just learn from them, to understand what it takes to be a receiver here at Penn State and what it takes to play at a school like this. And sitting back and staying locked in mentally was my biggest role, of just being able to learn.
What does it take?
It takes everything you have, honestly. There's no shortcuts, there's no days off, there's no time to relax and think you made it. Every day you have to come in with the mindset ready to work.
What did you learn about yourself throughout that whole process?
I learned a lot. Obviously, when you come into a school like this, you have big expectations of yourself, but when an injury like this happens, you have to find your role in other places, like I just said, with staying locked in mentally, with staying connected with your room, and trying to be a positive influence in that room instead of, letting your injury affect you negatively and let that seep into other people on the team.
You were snake bitten with injuries going back to high school. What did your experiences there help you with in dealing with what you're currently dealing with, what you dealt with all last year?
I think it's helped a lot. Obviously, every time you have an injury, you learn a lot about yourself. And this time was no different. And taking my experiences from past injuries, I feel like on the mental side, it's helped me understand what it's going to take to be back and come back. And I don't want to say every time it gets easier, but you just know what to expect.
Drew was talking about you as far back as last summer, the first few weeks that you were on campus. Can you speak to the mindset that you got to Penn State with? Like, what was your approach going into this first season?
Yeah, I think I just understood that everything is going to have to be worked for, and that was a team mindset. We understood that nothing was going to be given to us, nothing was going to be handed to us, that everything we wanted had to be earned. And every day, guys would come in and out and spend hours and hours preparing and working to achieve a goal that we all collectively wanted to achieve.
I apologize, I'm sure you've answered this, but then to have the setback, what was the process like mentally to kind of deal with that?
Yeah, obviously at the beginning it was hard, but God has always put the right people around me to kind of get me out of a mental slump and bring me back quickly. The staff, training, athletic, coaching, and my family, all of them understood that I couldn't stay down long and helped me come back up and prepare to just move forward and take it one day at a time moving forward.
The fact that you were as involved and stayed connected as you were, what kind of mental strides do you feel like you were able to take? I think you feel like you made progress even when you were not playing.
Definitely. I feel like with this injury, I got to take a step back and kind of view football as a whole. Instead of being so zoomed in of what it takes to be a receiver and what it's like being a receiver, I got to see the offense as a whole. And with Coach Andy's offense, it's very complex and it's one of the best in the country for a reason. So being able to take a step back and see it as a whole was amazing.
One more, guys.
What type of feedback did Coach Hagens give you throughout your injury process? And when you are healthy, what do you think it is about his coaching style that's going to help you develop as a receiver?
I think the one thing, to answer both your questions, is just his honesty. He kept it very honest throughout my injury, was always looking out for my best interests, and I think when I come back, he's going to, again, be honest with me about what he sees in me and where he sees me being, and that's all I can ask for, and I really appreciate how honest he is with me throughout the entire process.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Peter.